Well, here we are. Number two, vlog number two of On the Path with Cheryl Nembhard. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me on this journey, joining us on this journey. And I say us because we're all in the classroom of life. We're all learning, loving, growing from our successes, from our mistakes, the good times, the valley, the mountaintops, all of it is good. All of it gives lessons for us to grow and become our better selves. Thanks in whole to Diane Clements, who did an amazing job. Her story was unbelievable. Such rawness, such authenticity in her story. If you haven't had a chance to look at the vlog, I really encourage you to go to my page, and the link is below, and check it out. That's vlog number one, debut, and now here we are with the follow-up. It's the sophomore. We are talking about the topic of being on the path to strength. In this journey of life, you need thick skin. It's not for the faint of heart. And how do we get there? How do we become strong? Well, adversity, trial by fire. We become pure gold in the fire of our lives. And I have picked someone that has been a real poster child of strength for me. And as you know, every person that will come before you is a person who has personally impacted my life. These are hand-selected friends and people that I consider family, who have been lighthouses, who have shaped me into who I am. This woman is no exception. So let's get strong in here. See you in a minute. That's your.
I can't even get to this. I'm like,
Oh, listen before I drink. Friendship, lifelong friendship. Ooh. I gotta do number two. This is good. We're here on location at the Open Studio Art Cafe. It is gorgeous in here. We've got some shots that we're gonna show you, so stick along with us. We're gonna have a little bit of coffee, great conversation, and beautiful art as we talk about the topic of being on the path to strength. It's Moheen Lombard, y'all. I call her Moheen, Momo for short. And Moheen's been a lifelong friend of mine, 20 plus years. And it's been a wonderful journey being with her, growing up with our kids, doing life together. But I want to say to you, Moheen, when I was going through the topics of authenticity and sisterhood and bravery and strength, right away, without a shadow of a doubt, and more than one person was like, Moheen Lombard. Moheen, you are one of the strongest women I know, one of the strongest women I know, and I'm all about strength. When you find out her story, when you hear about sort of her journey, you'll really get a sense of this powerhouse that's still standing and vibrant and living her purpose and not drowning, and it's incredible. So when I ask you this question, first of all, welcome for coming.
thank you.
Thank you for coming.
And I'll pay you for those comments later.
Yeah. you could pay me another latte after this. Moheen, when I say the word strength, or someone who is strong or living a life of strength, what comes to mind to you?
Oh man, that's loaded. I think initially the first thought I have is, oh my gosh, I need more. I don't have enough.
Yeah.
That would be the first thought. I think when I hear strength, I think of every single person who's gone before me that has made it.
Oh.
I have a friend that says, and I love this saying, I'm going to use it from her, but she says, fall down 7 times, get up 8. It's always that resolve to get up. There's always something deep within that just helps you, forces you to get up. And I think that is strength. It's the ability to get up, no matter how many blows you get. It's the ability to get up again.
Okay, let me tell you why I'm fired up already. We're only in question 1, and I want to run around the room because my anthem in life is get back up.
Yeah.
Right? You see, we seem to think that sometimes we learn much in the that was a big door slam. Let me just say that was a big door slam. We say that we learn so much in the up side of life, but I think that we learn in our down, below the valley.
Yeah.
It's in the getting back up that we get strength, that we get wisdom, that we get insight of who we are. We learn, we find out who we are. It's in the storms. I always say storms are the greatest teachers because they teach you about 3 things. They teach you about who you are, what you have, what you didn't think you had, all of the stuff in you. They show you who your friends are.
For sure.
I just want to say amen to that. And Shando. They show you who your friends are or aren't, and they show you who God is.
For sure.
Right? Sometimes it's in the storm that you're like, oh my goodness, He hears me, He rescues me, He's been there the whole time. So I love that. So how did you, we've kind of defined it for ourselves today, how did you get there?
I had no other choice. Really and truly. I'm a very black and white thinker. And so it's either I give in to what's happening and I get immersed in it.
Yeah.
Or I was actually saying this to my daughter last night. Sometimes you have to go through the emotion of a thing to really deal with the thing and really get free from the thing.
Yeah.
So with everything that I faced, I just went through it and thought, just let me get through today and get to tomorrow.
Yeah.
But that's really what I did. I just really just kept pushing through. And I think even going through some of the things I went through, that's what I realized, I'm not going to handle that. When it kind of builds your resolve a bit, like, okay, I'm okay.
So that's how you got through it. So, you know, I think, when I think about this whole phrase of being on the path to strength, I believe wholeheartedly that how we are in this world is shaped primarily from all of our past experiences, right? Like our life and childhood, interactions with people, lessons learned. I believe that your upbringing, I know your story. I can't wait for them to hear your story. But when I look at your life, Moheen, and all that you've gone through, like from childhood to now, it has really made you the warrior that you are.
For sure.
Would you share a little bit of your story of how you came to be Moheen?
Sure. Well, I was born at the right tender age. No. I'm kidding. You know, I think, I was adopted at a young age, as you know, into, as we can see, I like to say Caucasian family.
Yes.
And my dad was a pastor. And in their home, they were very good to me. They were great to me. They tried to be as diverse friendly as possible. Unfortunately, I was molested for many years. And that.
So I gotta pause you. So A, you were adopted.
Yeah.
But that comes with its own.
Oh my goodness, its own
its own thing.
Yeah. Self-esteem issues.
Everything. Rejection, abandonment, the whole nine. But then you, as a black woman, are adopted into a Caucasian family. So there's a little bit of culture shock and identity and finding all of that. And then on top of that, you were molested.
Yes.
How did all of that affect you, in those early years?
I was messed up. Very easy to say. It's interesting because when you go through therapy for it, people talk about different things that happen to enable you to get through what you've been through.
Yeah.
So some people will, alternate personalities will be birthed out of trauma at a young age.
Yeah.
Or some people will dissociate. So you'll leave your body and literally watch things happen to you.
Yeah.
And I had this nice little fantasy world that I lived in. that when things got too much emotional for me, I would retreat within. I think that's why I'm so dramatic now, and why I did acting and I was so good at acting.
Because it's an escape, right?
Oh my goodness,
okay, you're talking to an artist.
Yeah.
So I can tell you, like, theater for me was my...
That was my, go-to.
I wasn't hurt. I was safe there. I was happy there. Yeah, I could create my own world.
Yeah, and so I did dance, I did theater, I did vocal, I did everything I could push myself into that would give me an opportunity to be someone else.
Yeah.
But in doing that, as I got a bit older, I realized I'm going to have to deal with what's happening.
Yeah.
And I think that's where strength for me started being birthed. Now, when theoretically I can say that, but realistically, when you're going through what you're going through at 8 years old, and you're still getting up in the morning and carrying on, there's some strength in there.
You better take the time
to face the next day.
Yeah.
But we don't acknowledge that.
Yeah.
Right? We always focus on, what did you do as a result of what happened, not let's just celebrate the fact that you made it.
Right. And so isn't it funny, because I want you to keep going, because you're but we celebrate strength when we come out of the storm. Right. You came out of the storm.
Yeah.
You're so strong. Yeah. But strength is enduring the storm. It's in the middle of it.
Yeah.
It's the fact that I'm in the middle of it, and I've made a decision that I'm going to make my way out of it, rather than going white flag. Right? Yeah. So you're in the middle of it, and you're determined to just not let it destroy you.
Yeah, I did everything but. So that became, the molestation became my alternate reality.
Wow.
And then when mentally it would start to get to me, from young, I would just fantasize of a different life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying that's a great thing, but hey, I think I made it through.
Yeah.
Right? So after going through that and getting a bit older, I ended up becoming a teenage mom. I was 19, so I had my daughter when I was 20 years old. I got pregnant at 19.
Yeah.
Her father left me when I was 3 months pregnant.
Wow.
Thank God for my parents, because most parents would be like, away with you, but mine were like, okay, you're going to go back home.
Right.
And you're going to stay with us for a little bit. So I stayed with them for about a year. I went back to school, got into a relationship with a nice young man, and ended up getting pregnant. We broke up, and
so now you're single, two kids, early 20s.
Oh, yeah, I was about 23.
Okay. Yeah, keep going. Yeah.
Had my children, and life started to weigh down on me. And your parents can only help you so much before they go, you made a bunch of mistakes. You have to own up to your stuff now. We can't keep bailing you out. So I made some not wise life choices, and did what I had to do to get some money.
Yeah, street survival.
Right
here.
Yes, and so
we'll just put it in the file under. Y'all don't need to know street survival.
Right. There you go. So I did that for a while, but then ended up. Being on sex, I went into acting also. That's my passion. So I went into acting, and I was on the set of Soul Food, and this woman was talking about her pastor's sermon. And I'm nosy. So I was like, oh, sorry, sounds really good. Where's it that you go? So she told me, and it took me a while to get there, but I went, and I never left. Like, that was just my saving grace per se. However, the habits and the self-esteem issues that I had as a result of what I went through as a child, and not having successful relationships, being a single parent, being a stigma, just shaped my not really clearly transforming to the Lord properly.
Yeah.
So ended up having my third child while serving in church.
3 children, single mother.
Single mom. All different dads. I'm not ashamed to say that. All different dads.
No shame.
And so at that moment, my world got rocked, because now church was my foundation, and my friends were my foundation, and all of my friends, except for about 2 or 3,
hit the hills.
Left.
What did I tell you about storms?
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So after going through that, I got back on the right path, had my son, got back into serving, doing my thing, working in life, and got in an abusive relationship.
Wow.
So while I would say plateauing and moving up in God and in life,
things coming together, right?
I met
you met a man. You were real generous with that. You met a human being. I don't know if I call him a man. Yes.
That presented himself as something different, and came in the form of minister and pastor, and ended up annihilating me physically,
Really violated
sexually,
your trust. Yep.
emotionally. So I was abused in every single life I was in. As a result of that, I became pregnant with my youngest son, who's Benji, and had to go through now. I can own that for my other kids because I chose that. But when you don't choose something and somebody does something to you, now the Lord is saying to me, you're gonna have to walk this out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but this is not fair.
And so now here you are, having had to work through all the traumas of your past, all the rejection, all the shame, all the guilt, feeling like you've made some mistakes in your life and have all these eyes on you. And now here you are, single, 4 children, and eight, 4 sets of eyes, 8 eyes looking at you to literally provide and sustain your life.
That's just true.
I gotta ask you a question from that. Was it a lonely road? Did you have a support base? Did you find yourself? How has the journey? Maybe let's speak to single moms out there. What have you learned being a single mom? What has it been like?
I think we all have support systems. I just don't think they can really come in the way that we may need them at times.
Yeah.
And so, to me, strength in what I went through and in this adversity was the ability to be vulnerable and weak per se.
Yeah.
And say, I need help.
Yeah.
Like I can't do this.
Do we as a community, as sisters in the sisterhood of life, do we support single moms the way we should?
I don't know. I'm on a forum right now where their verbiage towards single parents is not pleasant, and they're all in the church. I think, unfortunately,
so we could do more to support.
We could do better. I believe so. I think we set programs in place and all these other things. It's the emotional support. Like I was going through something recently, and I was talking to someone who I consider a mentor, and they said to me, you just have to be able to do A, B, C, D, F, G. And I said to them, I understand that, and I know you went through a rough time, but you go home to someone.
Yeah.
I go home to nobody. When my kids go to bed, that's when I'm crying myself to sleep. That's when I'm crying out to God to say help me. That's when I'm trying to find the resources to pay the bills.
Right, because it's all on you. It's all on these shoulders.
Yeah. And so I think that's where it's a lack of empathy to a degree.
Lack of empathy to a degree.
Yeah, because
lack of understanding, lack of empathy, right? Who is the strongest person in your life? Like, who has been a role model of strength for you, and why?
My children. My older 2 children have really endured through some stuff, and seeing the growth of them is major. My birth mom, because she went through an adverse situation to have me, yet she still had me.
Wow.
And my adopted mom, because I watched her take care of my dad who was dying for years.
Wow.
So selflessly.
Yeah.
And then after he passed away, take care of us and make sure we were okay. That to me is strength. Like when your heart is breaking, you can still be that source of strength for someone else. Hands down.
So that gives me another definition of strength. Strength is the ability that even in the midst of your brokenness and depletion and hurt, that you find enough reserve to still help someone if someone worse comes along the way. You look at yourself and say, okay, this is a lot, but it's not like that, and I'm going to push that down and jump in. Yeah, I love that.
And that's actually my mantra. I think I help a lot of people because my thought is, if I got through, let me bring you through with me. So, taking in people to stay with me or to help young ladies or mentor or whatever I can do to pour some of this strength out to help someone else's.
And so, not to cut you, I wanted to say as we were kind of winding down that so fast forward to a woman who works with mediation, works with youth, at-risk youth, is a mentor to many, literally houses young girls and men, and just pours into the life of youth, is a youth leader at her church, just has turned it all around and is this pillar of strength for so many people, including me. Yeah, including me.
Thank you.
Including me.
I don't think so.
Because the truth of the matter is, And I said to myself I wasn't going to get emotional on these vlogs, and it's not happening. The truth is, life is hard enough, and I'm married. Like, it's hard enough, and I'm married with 3 kids. And a half. I've gotten adopted. He eats like 2 people.
Right.
I can't imagine not having someone to just be like, help, let's talk through this. Let's figure this out. What are we gonna, like, you have to do it by, so I want to, in honor of you, let's do this. We want to celebrate every single mother that is watching.
For sure.
Just we love you, we honor you, we celebrate you. We think you are heroes every day. You are unsung heroes. So single mothers, to you.
We salute you.
Okay, I'm done. All right, one last question and we're over. We're done. I want you to just look at the camera. And someone is watching who is maybe struggling, not on the path of strength, needs more of it. Maybe you're in a storm right now and you're thinking, wow, how did I stumble on this vlog? I need this conversation. What do you want to say to these guys?
Don't give up. My mentality really is that there's someone that needs what you have inside of you and what you have to offer, what your life has to offer. So if you don't do it for yourself, do it for that other person. Do it for that young person. Do it for that child. Do it for that senior. Do it for whomever. Don't give up.
Yeah.
That is you just can't give up.
Someone's counting on you.
Yeah.
Someone needs what you have.
They need you to survive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need you to survive. We need you here.
Yeah.
We need you here. You are valuable. Don't give up. I love it. Moheen, thank you so much. So, I think we need to cheer on that. So here's to strength. There's to strong women everywhere and men. Guys, thank you for joining us on the vlog. I'm going to wipe this tear and I'm going to pull it together to show some strength. We'll see you next time. I can't wait for you to see what's next on the path. And keep staying with us in this classroom of life. Keep learning, loving, growing, and I'll see you in our next session on the path. Wow. I hope that you were blessed, challenged, inspired, motivated in some way from that vlog. And I want to hear from you on what you heard, on what you want to hear. Maybe you've got a question about what we just discussed and you want to throw it in the comment box. Please do so. I will check it out. Also, please let me know if there's anything you want us to talk about. We are in this classroom together. So what life lessons do we want to tackle next? I want you to like this, please, on my page, Cheryl Nembhard. Please like my page. That would be awesome. But more importantly, share this with someone who needs to hear this. Get them on the path too. Until then, keep learning, keep loving, keep growing. I'll see you on the path.